So welcome everyone to the Broward County Stadium where USA will be taking on Canada. The match is in progress as we come to the end of over number 3. It is 4 for the loss of 1. The first wicket going by the run-out route. So earlier, the USA would have won the toss and would have elected to field first. And they've started in the first over taking the wicket via the run-out route. Canada has made slow progress. They are on 4 as we're into over number 4 at this time. This time he's guiding it to the point region. Backward point comes into play. Averts a stop. Can't score. Score remains on 1. So outside the off stump, the batsman trying to pull it into the mid-wicket region. It's not timing at all, getting the bottom portion of the bat. It just trickles out to the short mid-wicket and again can't score. This time the batsman is on the back foot, punching out to wide mid-off. Not troubling the score at all. It's just dots for now. This time right arm over. She's stroking this one and backward point fields. Good cricket. It was a good looking stroke. But does not get anything for her effort. As the USA is keeping things tight here as Canada trying to get the wheels turning here. But they're making heavy weather, having been asked to bat by the USA. And again, a dot goes into the scores book. It's come to the end of over number 4, so that's a maiden. So we'll be having matches all of the week, all through this weekend. We have a match tomorrow and Sunday when the curtain comes. Canada has been out of cricket for the last 5 years, so this is like a rebirth for them. USA, well, they've been playing cricket all along. So we'll continue with live cricket here from the Broward County Stadium as the USA takes on Canada. Changing bowling as bowls, and this time she's stroking this one here but can't pass the mid off. So the dot continues as Kenyans are finding it very hard to get ball off the square at this time. They've been asked to bat. Here again, the batter is playing at this one, not timing, not getting it in the middle of the bat. And another dot goes into the scorer's book. So Pereira, she's on strike. She's been there at the top of the distance. She's pulling this one. She's going to get runs here. 1, and they're thinking of 2, but yes, no, in the end, settled for 1. That was a short delivery, pulled from outside the off stump into the vacant mid-wicket region, and batters can only get 1, so the score goes up by 1 to 5. Outside the off stump, and she's stroking it nicely. The Fielder moves to her left fields, and again can't score as he sends a nice throw into the wicket keeper. We're under brilliant sunshine here, this time outside the off stumps. He's stroking it, but there is coverage in the deep as the cover sweeper comes in and sends a throw, one bounce into the wicket keeper. Score goes up by 1 to 6 for 1. We're into over number 5. It is a 2020 cricket match between the USA and Canada. Right arm over, she's stroking this one, but still can't get it past the mid-off. As we come to the end of over number 5, it is 6 for 1. On a wicket coming by via the run-out route. That was in over number 1. So although the USA are not getting wickets, they're keeping things very tight here at the Broward County Stadium. We're under brilliant sunshine. There's no immediate threat of rain, and we hope it stays that way throughout the duration of this tournament. Said earlier in the day, the United States of America would have won the toss and elected to field. They're doing very good as they're keeping Canada in check. So there's runs here as this one is outside the leg stump. It's been pulled away down to the fine leg region, and the batter scampers through for 2. So the first double of this inning, which takes the score on to 8 for 1. So Manchan Dani, she is on 4, and Pierre, she's on 2 from some 15 deliveries. So the batsman is stroking it back along the onside of the wicket for the bowler to feel herself. Outside the off stump and playing it to point, who knocks it down. It stays with it, and we can't score. It's a good looking shot. There was no power in the shot, but it just played it to the point region. Then right arm on the wicket again. She's punching it past the shot mid off. Throw comes into the bowler's end, and was a bit of a anxious moment there for the batter, but the throw would have gone past the bowler and the stumps, so made good that single. Score goes on to 9 for 1. And again, there's a loud appeal for a run out, and umpire Williams says not out. It's the lady umpire, Jacqueline Williams. We have a female umpire who is on screen now. So we're into double figures. Outside the off stump, and this time she's on the back foot, playing it out to the backward point, who knocks it down one bounce. Good bit of feeling there as we come to the end of the over. That's over, we will give you the batting team. So it's 10 for 1. Descended bowler is bowling right arm over. The batter strokes this one nicely into the offside, but still can't score. The score stays on 10 for 1. On the back foot, and again not timing. The short mid wicket comes in, picks up, and it's no run. On the back foot, and there's cover sweeper. It was a good looking stroke, but there's coverage in the deep as they scampers through for a single. So we have all ones on the board, but it's the ones are in the infancy. 11 for 1. Canada would rather it would be 1-1-1 for 1, but it's just 11 for 1. But it's early days yet. Canada still has some good batters in the hut. So we have the likes of Achini, Pereira. She's there. They're hoping, and there's a free hit been signaled there by the umpire. So no ball been called. So again, the female umpire, Miss Jacqueline Williams. She's been around. So let's see. Field is coming after this one, getting past the bowler, outstretched hands, and they scamper through for a single. So it did not hurt. That free hit did not hurt the US by much, just a single and an extra delivery. So the lucky 13 comes up on the scoreboard. And again, we are here at the Broward County Stadium. It's an approved ICC venue. Pitch is looking good, full of runs. This one, the batsman is stroking it along the onside, but there's mid-on that comes in and fields. Like I say, Canada, they've been off the radar for a while, for the last 5 years or so, and they would have only had some indoor practice matches, so they have not actually played a match in some 5 years. So that's a good reason for you to understand why it's slow going here at the Broward County Stadium. US, well, they've been around, and we'll give you the bowling figures. again, early in the day, the USA would have won toss, elected to field, and keeping the Canadians in check. So it's outside the off stump and getting some willow on it, and it's knocked down there in the extra cover region, but still can't score. Score is still on 13. 13 for 1. So it's the ladies' game, as you can see on screen. We have not seen a boundary as yet. We have seen a double, one double so far. And the batsman is punching off the back foot. Can't beat the bit off. So the feeling has been good. It's been sharp. We've seen a few balls getting close to the boundary, but there's coverage always in the deep. Then the batsman is playing in the air. One bounce to the extra cover and knocked down there. So a bit of an anxious moment there for the batter as he was punching off the back foot at one that was short of a length. So she's showing some signs of aggression, and the skipper would have pushed back the mid-off. It's gone all the way to the boundary. So the 4 men out on the boundary this time. She's playing it nicely out to the long off. So they would have just moved that fielder from the mid-off and send them back to the long off region, and the scampers through for a single. Takes the score to 14 for 1. So it's rather slow going in terms of the scoring, but you have to give the fielding team all the credit in the world. They're keeping things tight. This time the batsman is playing forward, and the backward point comes in and prevents a single. So the fielding has been looking sharp. They look smart. They're well drilled. Right arm over outside the off stump again on the back foot, but there's a short extra cover in place. One's to the left, and that brings the end of the over, and the score remains on the 14 for the loss of 1 wicket. Pereira, she's still there. They're depending on her. She has sucked up some 20-odd deliveries for her 4 runs. She's been accompanied there by the other batter, who is on 7. And she too has sucked up some 20-odd balls. So the other batter, that's Machandini. This time she's getting a good hold of this one. There's 1. There's 2. This one got very close to the fine leg boundary, and a good flow came in to the wicketkeeper. Came in on the full. So we have witnessed the second double of the morning, and a sweet 16 comes up on the board. 16 for 1. So we're into over number 9. It's a 2020 encounter. The USA, this one outside the off stump and left alone. The batter was thinking it was a wide, but the umpire thought better of it, had a look. And then credit the batting team with an extra. So the score remains on 16 for 1. So we have a female umpire, Jacqueline Williams, in this match. And the batsman is punching but can't pass the point. Knocks it down. 4 deliveries so far, and 2 runs coming from it. It's over outside the off stump, and there's an edge. Gone past the wicketkeeper. There's no slip in place. It's getting very close to the boundary, but it's not going to go past the boundary rope. So the third double comes into play. Take the total on to 18. Outside the off stump, the batsman is pulling this one. They're running one. The mid wicket comes off the boundary and send the throw into the bowler's end, and they can only get 1 for the effort. Total goes on to 19 as we come to the end of over number 9. So over number 10, it's down the leg side, and it's a wide call, a naughty, the way that went off there. So over number 10 is brought up 20. This one is a full pitch as the batter strokes it out to the cover sweeper, who sends the 1 bounce throw into the keeper. He should have done a little bit more with that, I would have thought. So 21, it's a man's age. Now you can go to the bar with and order you something strong. This time down the leg side, and it's sweeping. And this time it's gonna go very good bit of work down in the deep. They're playing a little bit of soccer there as they scamper through for 2. The non-striker was ball watching. At least he may have thought that would have gone for the first boundary, but it was a good bit of work in the deep. It was off camera, but I'm just describing it for you. So 23 for 1. Outside the off stump, she's punching off the back foot. Backward point comes into play. And still can't score. So we have the third umpire in this match, Samir. And they have done a few ODIs and qualifiers. They have even done some CPL matches here at this stadium. They've done champion trophy, and he's out of India, so you know he would have done quite a bit of first class matches over there in India. So another one into the scorebook, 24 for 1. The batsman is covering up nicely, and again can't score. Looks good. She has that nice looping balls, more of a floater. And again, the batsman just plays this one off the legs, and again can't score. So that brings us to the end of over number 10. So with the halfway mark. So at the halfway mark, we're 24 for the loss of 1 wicket. So the wicket column is looking good for Canada. The runs column is found wanting somewhat. But, you know, we'll have to share part with the Canadians. They've been out of this format for the last 5 years. 1 or 2 of the individuals may have played some sort of cricket, some form of cricket. But Canada, having been asked to take first knock, they're trying to set a target. So now we're back to live action. This one is keeping a bit low, and it loses the wicket keeper, and it's gonna go across the boundary now for the first boundary of the match. It is for 1. So we have a new bowler in Wallison. No fault of hers. She's given up 4 byes with a little bit of untidy work there by the wicket keeper, but it kept a little low. In all fairness to her, she's been doing a pretty good job for the first half. Let's see what the second half brings. That's much needed boundary for the Canadians, and they're going to need plenty more of that, whether it's via the extras or off the willow. But as I was saying earlier, the umpire, we have a lady umpire with us, and she has done 2 ICC World Cup matches, and she has also done T20, and she has done ODIs also. And she's been umpiring for some 12 years. She's out of the land of wood and water. She's out of Jamaica. And accompanying her is, and this is a good shot off the back foot. He's getting 1. Thinking of 2, and why is he sent back there by the non-striker? So the score goes on by 1 to 29, 29 for 1. Then the batsman is playing off the back foot, but knocked down there, the mid-off. They're thinking 2, but the ball was into the bat of the non-striker as the throw came to the non-striker's end. But after all that, it's just 1 that goes into the scores book. And we are now into the 30s. So let's see if they'll get the wheels turning here. Need to set a target that they can defend. They've been asked to bat. The wicket column is looking good. They're not giving away the wickets. And this time she's playing an aggressive shot. It's Ariel getting it over the infield, but didn't get enough to go all the way down to cover sweeper. So signs of aggression here, which is a good thing. Like I said, they have all of 9 wickets in the hut. But Pereira, she's one of the batters who they're depending on to take them over the top. And we have Miriam. She too is one of the dependable batters. And we have the captain herself, Ma Westcam. She's an all-arounder, but she's expected to wield the willow when she gets her turn at bat. This one is down the leg side, and she's pulling out the boom, and she's sweeping well, and she's gonna get a boundary. Yes, indeed. And like we said, the happy hour seemed to be coming a bit early, and you can hear the shout from the Canadians below us here. I don't know if you're hearing it through our microphones, but it was a good-looking sweep shot, as you can either see on screen. So Pereira, she goes on to 13. Double figures. Martin Danny, who is on 14. They both receive some 30-odd deliveries, as you can see on stream. Outside the off stump and trying to guide it. There's no slip and there's no man on the third man boundary, so she just needed to get a touch on that one, but she missed. And the wicketkeeper took it cleanly, 35 for 1. This time she's guiding it, but can't get it past the short third man. So the idea was right, but she got too much of it. She needed to get a thin edge to get it just past the wicketkeeper. This time she's covering up, and there's extra cover. Fields, and there's no chance of a run. So some 4 deliveries has gone. We've got a 4 boundary. This time batsman's wrapped in the pad. It seems as if this one was going down leg. She tried to work it off the legs, but missed. But she needs to show some more aggression. We would have had a boundary early in the over, which was a good thing. They've got to finish good. Let us see. Outside the off stump, and she's punching, getting it past the point area, and it's running down to the boundary for point to run all the way down to pick it up and send the throw into the wicketkeeper. In the meantime, the batters would have got 2 for their effort. So not a bad over in contrast to what has transpired before. It was a good boundary in that over. It was a good sweep shot. And the very last delivery, signs of aggression, off the back foot, down to the deep backward point, and they got 2. So we'll review the so the US playing 11. Well, this is the squad actually. So just want to say good morning to all who are under the sound of our voices here at the Bowed County Stadium. And if it's evening time for you, we want to say good evening. This time the batsman is not capitalizing on a full toss, just punching it on the onside, and mid-on comes into play. So they would have shown some signs of aggression in the last over, but it was a nice looping full toss. The result may have been the same, but I think that the coaches would have preferred that she go hard at that one to show that they're trying to get a target in which they think they can defend. But runs on the board is runs on the board. Who knows? 37 may very well be defendable. This time it's full, and let's see if the umpire is going to think it was a high full pitch. No signal, no call, so it was a good legal delivery as far as the umpires are concerned. So Achini Pereira, he's the male umpire who is standing at square leg. He's out of your view at this time. No, I think I gave you a wrong name there. I'm so sorry. In terms of the umpire. I was thinking of the batter, Pereira. This time she's trying to stroke this one past the mid-off. It knocks it down again and can't score. So they're falling back into that old habit of getting dots. Okay, she's showing aggression, playing it straight back along the onside of the wicket. A good bit of feeling below us here as the batter scampers through for a single. So 38 it is. And again, nice delivery. Inviting the batsman to drive, but she just can only play it back to the bowler as we come to the end of that over. So we're going to give you the bowling team. Yeah, if the match were to be ended here, we'd have been scoring, trying to get to 39, but we're not at that juncture as yet. So the cheers are coming in from downstairs, trying to will on the Canadians, trying to give them that push. So the 12th man is coming into play. They're off camera, but you know we can hear it from our advantage point here. They're willing them on, and whatever the chant is, it's coming from the hut. So 13 is gone, over number 14 in progress. The batsman is stroking it on the onside. They're running the first one quickly. Thought of a second, but it just remained a thought because the fielder coming off the long on boundary was quick on her feet and prevented any chance of a second one. So like we were saying earlier, the Canadians, they've been out of cricket for quite some time, 5 years to be exact, so this is a rebirth for them. And oh, how it irked me when the senior men did not qualify to advance into the World Cup. The United States of America did. And to be honest with you, that was my second team. I was really rooting for them. Well, we've come of age now where it's 40. So remember 40 days and 40 nights. We're fasting away. It's Ramadan. This in some parts of the world. Batsman is being wrapped in the pad, but going down the leg side as indicated there by the wicketkeeper herself, who was moving down the leg side. But again, can't score. Right arm mover, punting off the back foot. Good looking stroke here. There's going to be runs here, at least two, because there's no one sweeping on the offside as the batter scampers through for two. 42 for 1. The wicket column is looking good for the Canadians. The runs column, they're creeping on. They've crept up to 42. But then again, like I said, runs on the board is runs on the board. We do not know if the USA would make heavy weather in the run chase, but we're not there yet. Here again, the batter is playing on the back foot and stroking it out to the long off position. And the scampers for singles. So everyone is being cheered here by the Canadians below us. It's a good looking stroke, but can't get past the backward point as we come to the end of over number 14. And the latest score here is 43 for 1. Superior is in 16. Dani, she is on 19. They're both not out. So Pau is back into the attack. She was banging targets, picked up from where she left off. Again, nice action. She flies this one up, and the batter can only play to the short mid-on. Here she comes again, outside the off stump, and she's playing this one, but there's coverage in the deep, so they can only get one. 44 for 1. So Farouk, she's been tidy. We'll give her the bowling figures at the end of this over. And again, the batter can't get past the mid-on this time. Who fields cleanly. 4 deliveries. Just kept things really tight. The signal comes in here by umpire Jacqueline Williams. Say it's a dead ball. Crossing of the arms below the waist in front of her. Oh, and that's going to be a wide delivery. Yes, it's called and signaled wide by umpire Williams. Jacqueline Williams, she's out of Jamaica. She's been doing umpiring for the past 12 years outside the off stump, and there's a French cut, Chinese cut, there's some sort of a cut. It's on the edge that went between the stumps and the wicket keeper. But this campers through for a single. 46 for 1. So this is an ICC sanctioned match. Outside the off stump again, punching off the back foot, and there should have been one there. The striker sent back the non-striker, as that one went all the way down to the deep extra cover. And for some strange reason, we don't know, she said no. So maybe she would rather not to be on strike at the beginning of the over, which will be over number 16. So at the end of over number 15, it is 46 for 1. They spent on awful long time in the 40s. So they need to get out of there, and maybe the fortune might just change a bit, where they'll maybe get up to the 70s outside the off stump and just punching off the back foot. But this time there's coverage in the deep. Last over, they were without the extra cover sweeper. This time there's one in place, so the batter can only get one. But again, signs of aggression, which is a good thing. We're into over number 16. The overs are fast getting down, they're fast going. This time she's opening her shoulders and playing it to the right of the ball on the onside, but there's coverage again out there in the deep. Long on comes into play. So since you're not seeing on screen, I'll help you. The boundary riders, there's a mid wicket and deep backward square leg. There's a long off and a cover sweeper. Those are the four men outside of the circle there. This time he's going in the air. He's going in the area of the mid-off would have been, they would have taken an easy catch, but the mid-off was just pushed back. But signs of aggression, like we said, and take the total on to 49. And I was asking for them to get into the 50s, and let's see if they will probably get past maybe 70, 75. Never know. Outside the off stump, punching, but straight to the cover point, and just can't pierce that field. So we have to give the USA credit. They've kept the Canadians in check. We have seen some brilliant feeling throughout this inning so far. In the air, just to the right of the mid-off. He's made a valiant effort to take that catch, but 50 comes up on the board. So you get the applause from the 12th man, which is the Canadian team that are in the hut. And they're doing all their work to will the two batters. Only one wicket has been down so far, and that came in the very first over. This time she's going in the air and out to the wide long on. There's one. And then there's two. So as we come to the end of over number 16, the ladies' score here is 52 for the loss of one wicket. So they can afford to take a few more chances. And we would have seen that in the last over. They did not strike a boundary, but the effort in trying to get the ball off the square was commendable. So 52 it is for one. We're winding down the first inning here. Early in the inning, the USA would have won the toss, elected to field first. So Canadians would have lost their first wicket via the run-out route at the beginning of the, I think it was the second ball, as a matter of fact, in the first over. So we have not seen a wicket fallen. None of the bowlers have gotten any credit for taking any wickets, but they've kept things tidy. Kept it tight. This time they're punching off the back foot, and they're gonna only get one because they made the long off ones to her left, preventing the batters from thinking about two. So smart bit of feeling. And here the wicketkeeper runs all the way down to the bowler to give a bit of advice or some instructions. Didn't take up any time because she ran all the way back to a wicket-keeping position outside the off stump. It would have been wide, and she plays it straight into the hands of the cover point. That one was extremely wide outside the off stump, and she hauled it in. It's a good catch. It was off camera, but got there in a hurry, but she took it good. So is this a commentator's blessing? I just said that none of the bowlers would have gotten any credit for taking a wicket. And the very next over, here comes the first wicket where a bowler would get credit. And that bowler is Motar. She struck gold on her first delivery, as a matter of fact. No, the second delivery. I beg your pardon. tell you who the batter is in a moment. Superior, she's made 21. She's contributed 21. She's been there at the top of the inning. So 53 for 2. So we've waited a long time to see the fall of the second wicket. First wicket having fallen in the first over. Here it is. Having taken that wicket, she comes up with a wide outside the off stump. Well, why not try a wide? Because she got a wicket from one that would have, I'm sure, certainly would have called wide by umpire Williams. At this time, he was playing it back along the track to the bowler. It's played with a bit of venom, but it was in the air. She could have stuck her arm out. It may have just stuck. Who knows? But nonetheless, she's off the mark. It's on 1, so it's 55 for 2. So the new batter is Martin. This time he's stroking it on the onside. Good bit of work in the deep. Limit the batter to just 1 run. So they're using the 65-yard boundaries here. In case you're wondering, it's the USA versus Canada. This time, a swing and a miss. As it's taken cleanly there by the wicket keeper. No damage done. She's playing it in the offside, but there's coverage again in the deep there by the long off. As we come to the end of over number 17, the end of a successful over. Bowled there by Ramata. So Lisa, the lone wicket taker, goes on 3 overs. 3 runs, 1 wicket. Very economic. Very economic. Best of the lot by far. So I asked for the scoreboard to get into the 50s. It got into the 50s, but it brought a wicket. This time it's in the air. It's going out to the long off position. They're on 1. They're taking on the arm. 2 and 2. And the direct hit. And let us see. Up goes the dreaded finger as the umpire was right in cue. Arnold Madella had no hesitation in giving that one out. So the feeling for the USA has been good. It's been excellent. And now the first chance of a run out, trying to get a double. It was a direct hit. Got found the batter short of passing across the line. And the umpire had no hesitation in raising the dreaded finger. So the third wicket has fallen. So we have 2 wickets by the run-out route. So the batters, they're not giving up their wickets. They're not giving away their wickets to the bowlers. But by the run-out route, we would have seen 2 of the 3 to have fallen. And again, we have to say it was a smart bit of feeling. It was a direct throw she had to hit, but the two was always, gonna be risky, but nonetheless, I think the risk that the batter should be taking now is to trying to get the ball beyond the boundary ropes. But with wickets in the hut, I don't think you can really fault the batters for trying to get two. Yeah, sometimes you have to squeeze the very last drop out of the lemon. So they were trying to steal a run, as they would say in baseball. But it was just one run added to the total because the run out came on the second attempt outside the off stump and not timing but showing aggression. There's some signs of aggression. The ball just trickles along the turf back to the bowler who's bowling from around the wicket. For the viewers, around the wicket means the arm that is further from the stumps. Then you're going around. This time it's outside the off stump with a flatter delivery. And just whacked it out to the wide long off. And she gets a round of applause from the wicket keeper. One bounce throw back into the bowler. 59 it is. Punching, but can't pass the cover point. Would get into the 60s in this over? We'll watch and wait. But I was saying they should try to get up to at least 75. We're into over number 18. So we're going to have two overs after this. Outside the off stump and trying to cut it. Missed, and the wicketkeeper collected cleanly. So we have two relatively new batters at the crease. So they're fresh, their legs are fresh. This time in the air, just short of the diving backward point. They're going to get two. Safely 1-2 this time. She went for the catch, which was the proper thing to do. And it eluded her grass just to her left. And trickled pass and batter scampers through for two. So yes, indeed, they got into the 60s. So 61 it is at the end of over number 18. So we have all of two overs to go in this inning. Again, for the viewers who are now coming on stream, you're watching live cricket, USA versus Canada, and we're streaming live from the Broward County Stadium in the city of Lauderhill, right here in Broward County in Florida. USA winning the toss this morning and asking Canada to bat. And this time, he's bowled them, he's cleaned them up. So here it is. Here it is, wicket number 4, 61 for 4. So this one was dead on the stumps, and she was trying to cut it through the offside. And you know the saying, you miss, I hit. So Samantha, she has joined Lisa, right, into the wicket column. So the striker is driving, but there's coverage in the mid-on region. He moves smartly to her right fields and can't score. 61 for 4. We're in the brilliant sunshine. This time he's showing some aggression here. This time to the left of the short mid-wicket. Holds out to the wide long on, and the scampers through for a single. So they're laboring into the 60s, and my target score was about 75. I'm going to see if my prediction would hold through. There's still wickets in the hut. There's only 4 wickets down, and we're into over number 19. This time playing it back over the bowler's head for a single. Here's the new batter. She's off the mark. Yeah, the batter is using her feet nicely, but not timing, and playing it along the ground to the short mid wicket, and can't score. So Zia, her instruction is to go after the bowling, using her feet again, and this time he's going smartly to the thing. Oh my word! Another run out. Another run out. Zia called for the run, and the non-striker labored her way to the striker's end and was found wanting. She was short, so the umpire had no hesitation in giving that run out. So we have another one going by the run out route. That makes it 3 in the inning. So we have 5 wickets down, so all of 5. So again, it's ICC approved tournament. Canada, having come back into the realm of things, they were out for the last 5 years, but they would have had some indoor practices. I spoke to one of the coaches this morning, and what was his name again? I'll try to get his name. But he said, well, you know, it's a rebirth for the Canadian team, the ladies. It's nice to see the ladies on show. And doing it this time. He's swinging at this one, and I think he's bowling. Just play right across that one, and again, if you miss, I hit. So that one was dead on off stump, and she was trying to pull out the boom to sweep it into the onside, and she missed, and her off stump was knocked over. So wicket number 6, 63 for 6. Seem to be in danger of getting bowled out now, when I was thinking they should waltz their way onto at least 75. But who knows? On screen is showing On screen is showing 5 wickets, but it's actually 6 wickets. So bear with us. So the first southpaw has gone to the crease. So let's see if she'll turn around the luck for the Canadians in terms of getting a few more boundaries here. Maybe some consecutive boundaries. We have not seen consecutive boundaries. As a matter of fact, they've been fast. Ooh, in and out of the hand of the short mid wicket. It was. Ooh, they're going to be trying for two trouble. Danger here. Not out. So in the end, the two batters made it. As you can see on screen, there was run out attempts from both ends. Yes, well, miscommunication between the two batters. I thought it was only one, so we had a chance from one delivery to get a batsman out 3 ways. There was a drop chance, and then at the bowler's end, there was a chance of a run out, and at the striker's end, there was a chance of a run out. So yes, they were trying their worst to give away that wicket. So a drop chance, an appeal at the bowler's end for one out, and a close one at the striker's end. Well, all is well that ends well. This time we're playing it back along the offside. The bowler feels to her own bowling. Like I said, the feeling has been of high standard here by the USA. Yeah, this is the last over number 20. So they've got to go for it. This time back to the bowler. And she dropped it. So we're going to see there's a chance of a run out here. And the wicketkeeper was right on cue. So, but the best person who would have been in the best position was umpire Jacqueline Williams. She said, not out. And from our advantage point here, she made it. She labored getting in there, but she did get in there. At this time, they're hustling to score singles, but all sixes are on the board. 666. So if you're playing the cash free, maybe it's time to play the 666 number. Well, Southpaw is trying outside the off stump, and she's going fishing outside the off stump. And innings closed. So all the sixes remains on the board. 666. As we come to the end of over number 20, the allotted 20. So we'll give you the bowling figures first. So as you can see on screen there, umpire Jacqueline Williams and umpire Arnold Madela. Madela, he comes out of Canada, and umpire Jacqueline Williams, she comes out of Jamaica, comes via Jamaica. And our third umpire, we have Smear Bandeka. He comes out of Texas, so he's our local boy here. So both umpires is the first time they are umpiring here at the Central Broward Stadium, and I think they would have done a remarkable job so far. So we're gonna be leaving you on screen here with the batting team. Let's see if you can see this, read the scorecard.
It's showing. Testing.
The USA versus Canada. The first of 3 matches for this weekend. It's Friday here in the city of Lauderhill. And we're going to have another match tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday when the curtain comes down. Hope you're hearing us loud and clear out there in internet land. So 66 for 6, all 6s on the board. So USA in the run chase will have to make 67 to overhaul the 66 made by the Canadians. So the Canadians are going to have to really do some good fielding and good bowling. They have got to keep things in check. Make sure that the USA does not run away with this. Is it good? Yes, well, as you can see the scorecard here for the Canadians, we had a top score of 24 by Kama. She would have faced some 52 deliveries. She was the number 3 batsman. We have Achin. She scored 21. Well, at the top of the inning, the one out came after the second delivery. Miriam, she did not trouble the scores. We have Chantel, she made 4. Manwish, 3. Sanya, 1. And we had Baba, 1. Shamshad, 2. They were the 2 not out batsmen. A grand total of 66 from the 20 overs. And the required run rate would have been just over 3.30. Extras, well, they got into the double figures. They got to 10. So, again, a grand total of 66 for 6. So, the bowling. Well, the best of the lot, Lisa. She took 2 for 5. She was very, very economical. She bowled her 4 overs. She bowled a maiden along the way. 5 runs, 2 wickets. Economy of 1.25. Claudine, 4 overs, 1 maiden. 9 runs, 1 wicket. Sarah, 4 overs, no maidens, 13 runs, no wickets. Yuma, 4 overs for 15 runs. She did not get a wicket as well. Samantha, 3 overs for 16 runs. She got herself in the wicket column. She bowled just at the 1 over, which cost her just 3 runs. So the best of the lot was Lisa at the top of the bowlers. She got 2 for 5. So as you can see on screen, the umpires are going out in the middle, so shortly to be followed by the USA team and the Canadians. So let's bring the umpires on view. We have the lady umpire and the male umpire from Canada. They're into the first stint here at the Central Broward Stadium. Okay, so everything is in place. The umpires are in place, and we're going to be opening the bowling from the northern end. As you can see, the umpire is in place. The batters are jumping around. Let's see if they're going to just get to the 66 on the counter, or if the Canadians are going to keep them in check. So we want to welcome you back for the one chase. Again, we're here at the Broward County Stadium here in the city of Lauderhill. We're here in the Broward County in the state of Florida. And we just want to let you know that we'll be having cricket here tomorrow again and on Sunday. So we're inviting all of you local folks who are around to come on over to the Central Broward Regional Park, and you can get right into the stadium. So we're underway. Outside the off stump, and one just passing the outstretched arm of the first slip fielder. It goes down very close to the boundary, but they off the mark for 2. And I think the first slip fielder there could have made a better effort at that one. It passed her full in the slips, as you can see. I think her legs are spread apart too wide. She's not going to be able to move left or right. But nonetheless, ball number 2, I beg your pardon, was just outside the off stump. And the umpire had a good look at that one. So the one chase is on, and they're on their way. USA 2 for no loss. Outside the off stump, and this one is going to be called and signaled wide. Takes the total on to 3. So Mandela is getting his exercises. He started off in the first over with his outstretched arm, decked out in black. So it's a good thing it's not night, or else he looked like a scarecrow in the night time. Decked in black outside the off stump, back along the offside of the track. The bowler tried to knock it down. Was outside of her grasp, but there's coverage in the mid-off region. And again, no one. So Wenla is the batter. She's on 2. And try to swing this one into the onside, and again can't score. So Extras has opened its account. It's 3 for no loss. My screen is a little slow here, but that's it there. On the onside, working it off the pads. Got a quick single in the end as the fielder there was grappling for the ball. He did not pick it up cleanly on the first attempt, or else the batter might have been in some danger running to the non-striker's end. But nonetheless, she goes on to 3, take the total on to 4. That brings the batter have to find a shortened name for her, so I just said Kalyan. But if I had to call that name, it would be Kalyan Raman. And we're not going to try to call the last name. It's going to take the whole over to finish that. But anyway, she takes the first strike now outside the off stump, and she's punching off the back foot, but can't pierce the offside field as it's well guarded. As we come to the end of over number 1, it's 4 for no loss. So we'll give you the batting lineup for the USA. No. What's going on? So there we go. Finally, we've got the batting team for the USA. Just putting the number 13 on it back. So Zia, she would have bowled a nice tidy over. Those 4 ones coming from it. Oh, outside the off stump, and that's going to be a wide. So her waiter went off somewhat there. She's bowling medium pace. Tall, lanky. That's Martin. So Martin off a short one. This one she's getting a little bit of height. There, this one was bouncing over the top of the stump. So she's pounding this one into the turf. And the batter was trying to swivel to pull it down to the deep backward square leg where there's no coverage. But didn't get a hold of it. It's 5 for no loss. This time she's getting a hold of this one. It's going to go very close to boundary. If not, it goes beyond the boundary. Whoops, now. So the first boundary of the one chase comes up as this one was banged into the turf, going down leg, ill-advised. And I have to get the short name. Kalyan. That's my short name for her. Kalyan just swiveled and get it past the short backward square leg and down to the boundary for 4. First boundary of the one chase. So she's off the mark. She is on 4. So Martin, she's looking to bounce out the batters. It's coming from the sun. And this time she's over pitching this one Yorker length. So it's a good comeback delivery. As she digs it out and it goes to the cover point and can't score. So we're into over number 2. One chase. 67 is needed by the USA. Canada, in their allotted 20 overs, they got to 66 for the loss of 6. This time is playing up along the onside. She's not timing it. It was one that was short, but outside the off stump, and she was trying to swivel to get it into the onside. And there's no coverage in the deep on the offside, but she's favors the onside. It seems she's gotten a boundary in that area, so she's trying again. This time down the leg side, and she swing. That one kept a bit low, as it's leg by signal there by umpire Williams, the lady umpire in this match. So 58 more needed for victory. So we're into double figures now. It's 10 for no loss. Martin again, this time. Look. There we go. So as we come to the end of over number 2, Martin was guilty of back pitching there, trying to bounce these batters out. But She has given away some 8 runs so far. So 14 it is for no loss. Like this now. So Wendler, she's on 11. So we have a slip in place. They're hunting for wickets. They're going to need wickets. This time she's going after her again and is playing it along the ground this time. There's a chase given, but all in vain. She ran all the way to the boundary, out into the cow corner area, and we have back-to-back boundaries here coming from Wendler. So she goes up speedily to 15, and her 15 coming from just some 12 deliveries. So they're making light work of this 66. 18 for no loss. We're into over number 3. So there, just a little bit, about 2 inches over the stumps. She's bowling medium pace, comes in outside the off stump, and the batsman this time covers up and can't score as this one goes into the offside. So Wendler in a no-nonsense mood. This time she's going after her again. In the air, but is not going to reach the mid-on. She mistimed it, but showing signs of aggression here again, as if she has a plane to catch. She's trying to make light work of the 66 and 67 that is required for victory here. So she takes her tally onto 16, sweet 16, and the total onto 19. So Kalyan, she's yet to score, but sure she's not in a spot of bother because the scoreboard is turning over. It's on 19 so far, so it's a team sport. Yes, she would like to get off the mark. Yes, but she's going to get off the mark now with playing with some soft hands as she turned this one just around the corner, just off the square. She scampers through for a single. So as we come to the end of over number 3, we're into the 20s. It's 20 for no loss. So early in the day, this is what we would have had. Lisa Ramjet, she was very good. She bowled her 2. She got 2 wickets for 5 runs. So we're going to go to bowling number, bowling team now, and you're going to see. So there was a top score of 24 and Pereira 21. Over number 4. Oh, down the leg side. Naughty, naughty, naughty. And it's a wide cordon signal there by umpire Williams. So you can't afford extras. Not when you're defending only 67. You've got to keep it tight. But I guess they're trying to get away from the bat of Wendler. She's been striking and striking well. She has whacked up some 16 runs already. So this time, well, Kalyan, she plays with soft hands. So the same way she got off the mark, the same way she got her second one, just turning it off the pads around the corner. And she picks up her second one in the partnership of 22. So the USA earlier today, they would have fielded really well. It's remarkable how they would have fielded. They had a number of run out, 3 to be exact this time. Are they thinking 2? No. So it's good work. That limited the batsman to 2. So Wendler, she goes on to 17. She's only sucked up some 15 deliveries, so she's going at a good strike rate. So the USA, their required run rate, it's below 3, I would think, but they're going at 6. Ooh, there's danger. They was thinking yes, no for the run, but wisely sent back there. $23 for no loss. We had brilliant sunshine here at the Broward County Stadium. This is an ICC approved venue. This time she's playing a nice stroke, but can only get 1 as the fielder knocked it down. A misfield. She could have done a little better, but I think the 1 run was always on the card because they were running with the shot. So Kalyan, she's on to 3, and that brings Wendler onto strike. And down the leg side again, and she just watches it passes her, the stumps, and into the wicketkeeper gloves, but an extra goes to the scoreboard. And again, naughty. We have at a quarter century, 25 for no loss. So the USA looking like a good unit, kind of decked out in red and black. Red tops, black. USA in the traditional blue, red, white, and blue. Oh, she's going after it. And let's see what would have transpired there. Got an inside edge. As they call it, the French cut. But she's a 5. 1 more to her tally, which takes her on to 18 and the total on to 26. So, since you're not seeing everything on view, I'll give you, it's an attacking field. There's no one beyond the 30-yard boundary, or circle, I beg your pardon. No one beyond the 30-yard circle. It comes in right arm over. This time she's covering up nicely, but can't get it past the mid-off. As we come to the end of over number 4. Oh, that's an easy name to call now. Chandrasekhar. I think I just... Chandrasekhar. We know that mystery bowler from India back in the 70s. She's carrying that name. Chandrasekhar. So Chandrasekhar, she is on free. Oh, this time again she plays with soft hands. So she's been scoring in the singles column, whereas Wendler, she has been scoring boundaries after boundaries. This time she's stroking this one, but can't pass the backward point. So a weird dot. USA chasing 67 for victory. They are on 27. Oh, there's a misfield, but they're going to be running. Let's see. Yes, and they're quite easily in the end. So can't afford to misfield. You can't afford to be bowling extras. You can't afford to give away anything when you would have only scored 66 runs. And you know, the USA, they fielded like a well-oiled machine. I have to give it to them. The bowling was up to par. Canadians are doing all their work outside the off stump, but this time the batsman trying to play it in the offside gets it on the edge, and it goes back to the bowler. So the first signs of aggression there from Chandrasekhar. She's been playing with soft hands. This time she's swinging this one into the onside. So she pulled out the boom on this occasion and tugged it around the corner, down to the deep backward square leg boundary for 4. So that's 4. So 32 it is. Wenla, she goes on to 23 from 19. Chandrasekhar is on 4 from 10. So like I said, Wenla, she's the more aggressive of the two, by far and away. And she's going again, but this time she picks out the mid-wicket and send the throw in, direct hit, but the non-striker was well within her ground, so no alarm. So as we come to the end of over number 5, it is 32 for no loss. So Chandrasekhar, she is on 4 from 10. Erica Wendler, she is on 23 from 20. So she comes outside the off stump, turning it around the corner. Yes, no, yes, no. The non-striker was quite a way up. It was her call. She called, and the non-striker said, no, I would have none of that. So she had to turn back. So Chandrasekhar, she told Wendler, I don't think I would make it down at that end. So you've got to turn back. This time again, she's playing with soft hands. Now she wants to run, and Wendler is saying, no, we're not going to chance it. We would have gotten 3 run out from the Canadians. We're not going to give them 1. They've got to work and work hard for this wicket. So again, the Canadians, they're on the attack. All 9 fielders within the 30-yard circle. It's a good thing. Even though you're in the power play, you're hunting for wickets, so no need to go defensive. You're not going to defend 67 runs against the USA team. I don't think so. The scampers through for a single. And again, Chandrasekhar, she plays with soft hands. So she strolls into number 5, credited to her score in a partnership of 33. This time she's swinging this one here out to the wide long on region, and she's going to get 4. And again, Wendler, she is the more aggressive of the two, and she's going gung-ho. That was a good-looking shot. She tugged it from outside the off stump, really, but with no one beyond the 30-yard circle. It's a fast outfield. Once it would have gone past the 30-yard circle, it was always going to be 4. So from the time he left the bat and split the fielders between the backward square leg, mid-wicket, mid-on, it was always going to be 4. 37 for no loss. Quickly and in a hurry. Wendler, she is on to 27. She has only faced some 21 balls. This time is full, and this time no need to run for this one. It was full, looping, ball in the air, saying, hit me, hit me, hit me. And she did hit that ball down beyond the boundary ropes for yet another boundary. So we have back-to-back boundaries. It was a slow delivery by the bowler. She was thinking, and she's thinking wickets, but the wicketkeeper would have run all the way down to give her some advice or instructions. Let us see the comeback delivery. Her thought was good. She's saying, okay, I had pace on the delivery. Let me take pace off the ball. But she overpitched it, and Wendler made no mistake. She goes into the 30s. So it's 31, and it's 41, the score. It's a partnership of 41. USA looking good on their way to 67. This time she's not timing this one as she was going after her again. It was a slow delivery outside the off stump. Got the inner portion of the bat, and it trickled out to the short square leg, and no one. As we come to the end of over number 6, that's the end of the power play. Latest score here at the Central Broward Stadium, it is 41 for no loss. So again, that was a nice looping delivery. So the batter just turned it off the legs and can't score. This time again, playing it out in the offside, and there's a bad miss in the offside. There's runs here. 1. They're turning for 2, and they're going to get it quite comfortably in the end. So again, the Canadians, they can't afford to be misfeeling. You can't afford to be giving extras because you would have only made 66. So to defend 67, which is required for victory by the USA, you've got to pull out all of the stops. You've got to stop every run that is coming to you, and you've got to search for wickets. Well, the field placing is indicated that they're in search of wickets. This time it's 1, and then it's going to be another double. And they thought of 3 because it was a weak throw that came back in. It did not even get as far as the pitch. So if they would have made up their mind for a 3rd, I think they would have gotten it. But they settled for 2. No need for a run out, to be honest with you. It's 45. And when we think 45, we think of the United States of America president. Number 45, President Trump. Then the batsman is covering up and stroking it out into the offside. Short extra cover comes in and prevents any chance of a run. Outside the off stump, and this time, good stop there. It would have passed her. It would have been at least 3 runs, perhaps. She sprawled out and she got a hand and it knocked it down, and the batters were only able to get 1. So good bit of feeling. That's what is required. You've got to make the Americans work for every run. They've made light work of the 66 so far. It's 46. So they just need 21, to be honest with you, and it's not going to take all of the 20 overs to get that. If I was a betting man, I'll say they'll get there in, say, over number 12, maybe. I'll give it until over number 12. But nonetheless, This is the USA versus Canada. These matches are being played here in America. And let's not forget, the very first international cricket match would have played in 1844, right in Manhattan, in New York, between the United States of America and Canada. Believe it or not, and Canada end up winning that match. I think they won by some 23 runs. And it was in September 24th, 25th, and 26th when that match was being played. 1844, first cricket match ever. And at the time, it was the number one sport, believe it or not. But now they're the second most watched sport in all of sports, right behind soccer. So we're going to see southpaw. She's bowling left arm. That is Shamshad. So we're seeing the first left armer of the match, as a matter of fact. We have seen one southpaw batted, and now we see the first thing. This time it's going from leg to off, so she's bowling those leg spinners. They're thinking two from overthrows, but ill advised if they would have taken that two, because the fielder, she's sharp. She got around there quick and in a hurry. So the batters had to change their mind quickly. 47 for no loss. We're into over number 8, chasing 67 for victory. So they're 20 away. And again, like I say, there were some practice matches here held all week. We had a team out of Trinidad who came by, and I think there was another team. I have to get a hold of that other team. I think there were 4 teams that were playing some practice matches. But this is the real thing. 48 for no loss as that single. Nice looping, good stroke. And I'm telling you, that was a good cricket stroke. It was just to the left of the extra cover. It was a bit aerial, but it was well timed. It was a good, proper cricket stroke. But there's coverage in the deep. So after the power play, you'll find that they would have put the one man out in the deep, that's the cover sweeper. During the first power play, they had no person outside, but there are 3 persons outside of the 30-yard circle. Again, it's brilliant sunshine here. We know further north in Canada, it may still very well be cold over there. But my information is that they had indoor practices. Let me remind you that for the past 5 years, Canada has not been playing any cricket. The ladies, that is. Yes, the men seniors, they were playing. They were trying all their worth to get ODI status, and they fell short by a whisker. Well, as we come to the end of over number 8, it is 50 for no loss. So the 50 partnership comes up. Let me give you the squad team for you viewers on hand, so you can get familiar with the names that are playing cricket. It's good to see the ladies playing cricket. So this is the USA playing 11. As a matter of fact, it's labeled wrong. It's not the playing 11. It's a squad. It's the whole squad. So this is the squad team. So again, we're in brilliant sunshine here at the Central Bird Regional Park. Down the leg side, and she's swiveling and she's pulling this one down to the deep backward square leg for 4. That was a real loosener there. It was pitch outside leg, and there she goes. Getting her first boundary. That's Chandrasekhar. So she goes on to 12. So she's not all finished after all. She has shown that she can extend the arms and she can get it beyond the boundary ropes. So both batsmen in double figures. Wendler, she is on 37, and Chandrasekhar, she is on 12. So Merchandini is the bowler. She comes in now. Right arm. And this time, she's not timing this one. She was getting aggressive again, trying to play an aggressive shot, trying to tug it between the short mid-wicket and mid-on. But it just trickled out to the mid-on region, and she scampered through for a single. 55 it is. And this time, but there's coverage in the deep mid-wicket area. This was a nice looping delivery, inviting me to hit. And she did hit, but there's coverage in the deep, like I said. So the score goes up by 1 to 56 for no loss. So this brings Chandrasekhar into strike. She's on lucky 13. Let us see what she will do with this. Nice looping. And this time she's playing this one, trying to push it into the offside. She did not move her feet as she would have liked. She did the proper thing now, as you can see on screen, that she used the feet to get to the pitch. She was never to the pitch of that one. So a dot goes into the scorer's book. We're under brilliant sunshine here. There's no immediate threat of rain. This time she's pulling this one past the short backward square leg and split the mid wicket and split the deep backward square leg and down to the boundary for yet another boundary. So the score goes up by 4 to 60. So we're into the 60s. They're just 7 runs away. I said they're going to take them probably 12 overs to get there. I've been wrong before, and I'm going to be wrong this time again, because we're into over number 9. But who would have spoiled my prediction would have been Chandrasekhar, because she started hitting boundaries, and now you found that Wendler, she's gone boundary hunting again. She's trying to make a 50. She's 8 away from it, but they just need 7. But she's not going to be on strike at the beginning of the next over. So we'll watch and wait. They need 7. She can get the 50, although they only need 7 for victory. But she's on 48. Chandrasekhar is on 13, still on lucky 13. But she's going to be on strike. So let's see if this is the over in which 7 is required for victory. Okay, she's playing with soft hands, and they're off for a single. So this brings the hard-hitting Wendler. Wendler is on strike. She is on 42. Will we see the first 50 in the tournament? She's on 42, not out. 6 required, but she can get it. She can get 8. But she's covering up nicely. And a dot goes into the scores book, so she's not in a hurry to get it over with. And folks, we'll be back here again tomorrow for game number 2. This time she's swinging, pulling it out to mid-wicket, who is just 3/4 away. And they scampers for a single. 6 needed for victory. 62 it is. Oh, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. But in the end, they got through for the single with ease. $63 for no loss, chasing 67 for victory. The USA making very, very light work of this.
Ooh, it's going to be trouble here. Let us see. And throw came in on the bounce. So Wendler was in a spot of bother there, as she had to hustle back into her ground, as she made good her grounds in the end. So we have what, one legal delivery left in this over. And this is going to be over number 10. Sammy's punching it down the ground, and I think he's going to go all the way to the boundary. Yes, it didn't start off to be that way. So it's game, set, match. So Wendler, she ended on 47 not out, and Chandrasekhar is on 15 not out. So we'll give you the rundown of the scoreboard, which is much, because the two batters batted through. And as you can see on screen, Martin didn't get the bat, Bhaskar didn't get the bat, Bedford, Farouk, Gwani, and Itikar. So we leave it at that. For the bowling, let's see what we have on the bowling. You'll see it on screen. And they're shaking the hands of the umpire. We'll take that off so you can see this. So that's it, folks. Game, set, match. It was light work here by the USA. Canada just getting back into the fold and back into the thick of things. They've been out of cricket for some 5 years, and they're trying to crawl their way back into recognition, as you can see. So, first match, USA, 1 up. Still have 2 other matches to go. Those will be held tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. I think starting time tomorrow, I'm not going to give the time because today was supposed to be at 10 o'clock and it eventually went to 11. I don't know if tomorrow is going to be 10. I'll have to try to find out before I can broadcast it, but stay tuned. And for those of you who would have stayed and streamed with us, we just want to say welcome, and you can come again tomorrow. We have, let's see if we can bring up anything here from any batter. Okay, well, there's nothing there to be shown. There's nothing there to be seen. So we'll go back from what would have transpired earlier. We said to pick up the bowlers for the bowling team for the US of A was Ramjet, was 2 overs for 5 runs from 4 overs. That's very, very good bowling by any standard. But Claudine Bedford, she had 1 for 9. Sarah Farouk, she had none for 13. Itikar, none for 15. Ramatar, 1 for 15. And Wallason, none for 3. She just bowled the 1 over. So the follow wicket was 1 for 0, 2 for 53, 3 for 58, 4 for 61, 5 for 63, and 6 for 63. So we had 2 wickets going down at the same score at 63. And the grand total was 66 for 6. So their run rate was 3.30. Extras would have contributed some 10 runs when they batted. So for the Canadian team batting first, we had a top score of 24 from Bichandani and Pereira. A useful 21. No one else got into double figures. except for the extras. Extras 2 or 10. So both teams would have given up some extras. So that's it from the batting team, the Canadian team. Let's see what the US team would have had to offer in terms of strike rate. We have Erica Wendler. She was 47 from 35. She ended up being not out. And Chandrasekhar, she scored 15 from 25 not out. And beg your pardon, I would have said extras were 10, but extras was 5. So they couldn't afford to give 10 extras in such short period. But they were on pace for 10 extras because they would have bowled 10 overs, 5 extras. USA would have bowled 20 overs and 10 extras. So on average, they may have very well gotten there. Well, the bowling for Canada. Let us bring you up to speed and up to par with what took place. We have Zia, she bowled 2 overs for 14 runs. Martin, 1 over for 5 runs. Khan, 2 overs for 15 runs. Pereira, 2 overs for 11 runs. Shamshed, 2 overs, 11 runs. And Merchandani, 1 over for 10 runs. No one took a wicket. It was 10 overs being bowled. The run rate was 6.70. And like I said before, extras were 5. The grand total of 67, which was required for victory. They did it without losing a wicket. So, folks, I think that's all we're going to be having for you in this first match. So, until tomorrow, we're going to say goodbye.